you came in afterwards?
I walked into that shit because me and Flame was supposed to link up and go to another studio session. This is when we was fucking with my man Gamble, Action,
Yes,
and a few other cats. Forgive me if I missed your name, damn. But this was me coming back. This is right before I dropped the project off paper because I had got locked up and all that other shit. Came home, motherfucking was on papers, so I couldn't do shit. So it took me a long time to do that project. So Flame was working with me, getting me back. So during that time, he was staying with the individuals.
yes.
You know, and
I told him not to do it. I told him that was not a smart move.
Paying and providing everything. You know what I'm saying? The nigga had the best of both worlds. All he had to do was make music. You get to stay rent free. You get free equipment, everything. You know what I mean? So the situation turned bad.
So the one he's staying with is the one who got robbed, or the one who did the robbing?
Yeah, the one who got robbed.
Okay.
But they wasn't there. So we supposed to go to the studio. He called me over. I'm knocking on the door. The music playing, so I'm thinking like, all right, the nigga can't hear the music. He got the shit thumping and shit. So I'm calling his cell and shit. He ain't picking up. So I'm
this is
shit.
Hey, old dog, like this is hey Mace, this is daytime. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you're not really expecting that, but this is daytime.
Right. Just about, I ain't gonna say it's daytime. They was over there during the day. They just took as long as shit for that.
Yeah, it was there for a minute. It was there for a minute.
But it was dark around it. It was just about 7. It was getting a little dark around that time.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Every sun was set. And so I'm banging on the door. I'm not knowing that he even had anybody up over there jump. Mm-hmm. So these niggas opened the door and hit me with a W.A.S.T.E and shit in the face and shit. Mm-hmm. And my shit leaking. They like, get down. I'm like, you know, I'm arguing with these niggas. My dumb ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, I don't know what the fuck going on. You know, I mean, I know what the fuck going on, but I'm not knowing what the fuck going on.
You didn't expect that,
yeah.
No, definitely didn't expect
it. Like, fuck is Flame, man. With Flame, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, I almost said the name. So, nigga, the B.I.G.H.T.E came out the motherfucking back and was like, no. You know, that's whatever. Nah.
So
he cool.
Said you. So he said you too.
Hey, the niggas was going, man. When I'm talking about niggas had Max, W.A.S.T.E, motherfucking 45. I'm talking about it wasn't even a whole bunch of niggas. Each nigga had a gun per hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. They would have took a nigga with them. I mean, they would have buried a nigga in that jump.
Right. Because we didn't know them niggas. Them niggas was not from the hood. Like, we didn't know them niggas.
Them niggas, they weren't from that hood, but they was from the hood. Like,
oh, they was from the hood. They wasn't from our hood. No.
Popular.
Yeah.
Like,
yes.
Yeah. So, you know, so that happened. I'm looking for him. So, you know, the B.I.G.H.T kind of like, he like saved everything. So niggas run my pocket and shit like, what you got this for? Like, you know, I had a stendo, right. But I left the Joan in the car because I'm like, fuck, I'm just running and hit this nigga so he can run to the studio.
Right.
So, you know, like, they took whatever and they left. So I'm in that Joan mad as shit, like, just trying to figure out the fuck going on. And I'm like, I know this nigga, like, what the fuck is going on? Everybody know each other. Why this shit going down? I'm looking, don't see Flame. So I'm like, oh, this motherfucker set me up. So,
you thought Flame set you up?
I knew it wouldn't be true, but at that time and that point, yeah, I thought it was a setup because nobody was in there. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So after a while, I'm looking, you know, opening up shit. I see blood trails and shit. So I'm looking like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? And I stumbled over the motherfucking pile of clothes, and it was you know the bro folks and shit. They beat this nigga almost to a coma and shit. They beat him unconscious, and I got the nigga up, and he was stunned and shit because he thought I was one of them. I'm like, nah. I'm like, what the fuck is Flame? I'm like, this nigga set this whole shit up. Like, what the fuck is going on and shit? Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't know. I'm calling Flame. No answer. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
So at this point, he just jumped out the window and stuff.
Yeah, but I ain't know. So a few days go by, nobody know nothing. I'm calling like, what the fuck? Because I'm going to get back. Like, what the fuck? Like, right. You know, like, not even towards him, mad at him, but we'll deal with that shit later. Right. I wanted the niggas who went in my pocket and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, he never, like, returned my call, so why wouldn't I think he set that shit up, right?
I can see that from your views. Yeah.
That's all I was trying to say. So I was trying to see if you thought I was wrong for thinking that. I apologize to him.
No,
nigga, I'm a real nigga at the end of the day. I apologize to the nigga. Because I told him, like, nigga, I thought you. He's like, nah, bro, my bad, this and that. He told me what happened. And before then, I didn't even know that the bad season was going and taking the whole neighborhood down like that. Yeah. And I didn't know because I was away at school. Right. You know what I'm saying? And then, more so, like, I think, I was away at school then. Because this ain't even when I had my own rip and everything. But the rip was down the street from where that shit happened at. So, it was just, I don't know. I thought he set that shit up. So we finally talked, figured shit out. Everybody's gonna get back, like neighborhood. It took the niggas who live there to call me and tell me to come over so they can talk to me face to face and let me know what really went on. Right. And that's how I knew Flame wasn't on the shit. But then we talked finally because they got him and I said how fucked up he was. They fucked him up. I ain't gonna fake it. They fucked him up. I feel bad as shit.
He just went and secluded himself though.
But he Flame being Flame, ain't paying attention to signs and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's all that was. So, because he said, he's like, that nigga asked me where the bathroom was at. He was in there for a while. I should have known something was up.
So he let somebody in through the bathroom or something?
Nah. They came over for like a studio set.
That was whole setup.
Yeah.
Whole setup.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can understand you thinking that right off the top, and then
absolutely
at that point, you know, Flame ain't answering your call and shit, and he ain't nowhere around. Yeah, you're gonna jump to conclusions.
Cause I ain't thinking the nigga motherfucker jumped out the window. You know what I'm saying? Shit, them niggas lived on the top floor.
Right.
The niggas was bound and shit, but you know, when motherfucking instincts and shit kick in and shit, you don't give a fuck.
Right.
So
fight or flight. Got to go.
Nigga hopped the whole fence, like hands tapped out his back, bro. Like jumped off out the window. He showed me this shit. And the fence, I you know, cause I'm familiar with that neighborhood too.
Yeah.
That shit, man, shit fucked me up a little bit. And you know, like Ado said, we did run into the nigga again, but I was on different time. But because of, you know, after that, I ain't see that nigga. I'm gonna tell you that shit, man. It would have been a whole nother story, bro. Cause I like, that's when I got family involved. Right. Cause it's like, this nigga, we know each other, family and shit like that. From the same, you know, like my couple of my folks from the same, some of their same little old neighborhood and shit. So I was on a different type of time, but the nigga pulled me up at one of the functions, and wasn't nobody gonna do, you know, wasn't nobody gonna do no shit at that day. It was like Chapel Grove Day or something.
Right.
You know, we used to throw them EB in them, EB and y'all. Yeah. So, you know, he, you know, I guess he went in or something and got out off a quick little bed, and he was on his ding and shit. and he was like trying to make good amends with everybody, and he pulled me up and he rapped to me, and I you know, like the whole time I couldn't do nothing because of the respect out of the neighborhood for one, right? But the fact that he did that shit and he saved me, the whole beef wasn't really with him, but he could have brought me to them niggas.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. You wanted to make shit right.
And you know what's crazy?
You know,
So this is the crazy part. It was at least a month or two after that, right? And so I'm assuming he met the dudes when he was locked up, right? Or when he was locked up, one of his biggest, he met the dudes, so they knew of it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, one of them niggas from the neighborhood. Well, two of them niggas. One of them was a rapper for the the rap group.
From our neighborhood?
No.
Okay.
In their old neighborhood.
Okay.
The rap group that they had. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Boys Jump.
Yeah. Okay.
Without saying so much.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Because
two I was from there. I don't know where the other nigga was from, but
because it was still fresh when we seen you know what I'm saying, like the dude from our neighborhood. Like, it was still fresh, and not only did we see him, he was doing what he normally do. Like, he'd be at, you know what I'm saying, at the park, when we see him, he's just chilling like nothing happened. You know what I'm saying? So,
but you had to respect him because
he was
strapped, and if
you knew what he was about.
If you ain't popping, if you wasn't going there on man time, then you might as well just leave that shit alone.
You knew what he was
about.
You knew what he was about.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Pick your poison, or if if you was man, I can't even say so much
right
involving people's names, but if you was like another person from around the way who situation was shortcoming, and
you know what?
The situation differently.
And Dot, so you know him like I know him, right? And the thing is, and we talked about this last week, right? Those killers like that, like, they fucking teddy bears. Like, we know them. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not really
that when they get them drugs
and when he around other people, like when he around other circles, then he has to portray that image, right? But like when we see him by himself around the way, bro, he always laughing, he always joking, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, but you don't have no feeling of fear around him. No. That's what I was saying. He's a little guy.
Yeah, that's totally
he's a little guy.
Talking about that.
You know what I'm saying?
That's P.T.S.D.
But he bought it. Yeah. Don't get me wrong.
Even being bought P.T.S.D.
But this is the thing, though. He bought it. Like, when we go to Go-Go's, anybody else, you getting that work. Like, you getting that work. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's one of them people, like, I wouldn't fuck if I wasn't from the neighborhood.
He well respected. Put it like that, to be just
he is. So at that time, he let us know that he had to save certain people from the neighborhood because the people he was with was, they was trying to off everybody in the whole situation.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? But he went out his way to try to make sure that the people from the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying, like they took as minimal damage as possible.
Probably thinking that wasn't nobody gonna be there when at that time wasn't nobody really working and niggas was involved in the music.
Especially not our guys. You know what I'm saying? They didn't expect our guys to be there. No.
So you didn't throw up no. They coming.
It was too late, bro. When you went there, all right. So we talking about.
I was gonna be there because they set up a studio appointment with Flame. So I mean, they knew somebody was gonna be there.
So with him, they knew that just tying him up and putting him somewhere different, because he was in area. Like they took him somewhere different in the apartment.
All right, so your guy was there when they came in there. He was there with
Yes. Yeah. Yes. But the target was absolutely dead, right? Mm-hmm. Sweets was just a bystander that they can put in a separate situation while they handle the real situation.
But they can't leave no witnesses neither.
But that's why he saved them. Mm-hmm. You know, that's why he saved them, because the other guys was on go mode. They're not from the neighborhood. They're not from our neighborhood. So you know what I'm saying? So they don't know who this. Everybody's gonna get laid down. If it was up to them, everybody's gonna get laid down.
Yeah. It don't matter if you was a mom or grandmother.
It don't matter.
Nothing.
Because they don't know anybody. Everybody's in the same category. They don't know. It's just that one person from the neighborhood who knew us.
So he couldn't even stop them from
coming to them. He couldn't. He was outranked.
They respected him though.
Yeah.
I mean,
they respected him, but he was outranked. He was outranked in that situation.
Now that's tough.
That's PTSD.
Yeah, that's PTSD.
Okay.
But see,
so
you gotta think it's other drugs involved though. This nigga
absolutely.
And shit.
Okay. So look, all right. So I'm glad you said that. Okay. So now let's get into. Remember last time we was talking about going to the RIP, right? Mm-hmm. And we said that right there is the worst of the worst, right? I disagree. They took that to another level, and we forgot about it, right? Do you remember when they was doing O cups?
Yep.
Now that right there was a different, but that was worse than the RIP, because it was drinking. You had to trust what they was putting in the drink, and it was at the RIP. That was worse than smoke.
Yeah.
Smoke, you know, that O cup, it was already mixed. You know, when you get it, it was gonna be mixed. You didn't know what the mix was, but you knew it was gonna be mixed. Yeah. And you had to go to the RIP to get it.
Yeah.
You had to go to the RIP to get it. That's the only people who was making it. Like Backyard did an O cup, and at that time, you had to go to the RIP to get it. Yeah. And you had to trust them that the shit was legit when you bought it. Now, so now we talked about the PTSD with the hood niggas, we know who killers, and that's what we talked about it last week. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think people understand, like, when you know people who's about that shit and you not about that shit, you have to respect the game.
Yeah.
And it was fucked up that even after that situation, we had to respect the game, knowing we all felt some type of way. And he knew we all felt the type of way. But what was you going to do?
I mean, the certain niggas that it happened to wasn't even on that time. You know what I mean? So it just depends the situation. Like, he knew who the target. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it would have been a different outcome, bro.
Yeah.
Let's be real here, right? Like, even though our bro who crashed out, you know, he would have did whatever because he was strapped to, but that wasn't him. You know, he wasn't a violent nigga.
Right.
Everybody that's doing wrong, a violent nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and particularly in this case, the parties involved in that jump and who got hit up, they wasn't the niggas who would go out here and be on some violent shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, they kind of picked good poison with that shit. My dumb ass just walked into that shit. I can't even fault myself But I'm mad that shit really ever happened. Like that was the only time I ever been in that situation. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't nothing I could have done.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Because it would have went left.
Right.
Yeah, took somebody out, but I ain't John Wick out here. I wasn't gonna
Right.
hit the nigga behind the wall and nigga in the kitchen.
Right.
And of course, the W.A.S.T.E would have came out shooting too because he don't know who it was. All he hears gunshots going off in that jump. So,
Right.
you know, it's just unfortunate.
And I totally forgot. You was in that mix towards the end.
Yeah, man. And nobody, like I said, a lot of shit. Like with me, I don't talk, so a lot of stories ain't come out. Niggas knew of it, but didn't know how in depth shit was in that particular jump too. Because the authors, they hear about that one dude, but it's way worse than how niggas said, you know, spoke about. Like this nigga was damn near dead, man.
Right.
Like of course, if them niggas was in there and they ain't had shit, they would have been mad. They would have took everybody out.
Right.
They came there for intentions to get money and stash, and none of that shit was in there. I mean, why would it be? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
because some people slip. Some people slip.
Nah, bro, these niggas at their caliber and what they was doing, you couldn't because they still was allowing niggas to come over and record, so it just wouldn't even make sense. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
As a hustler.
Right.
So you that right there tell you offhand, unless they was gonna kidnap them niggas and be like, man, take me to where y'all shit at. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But them niggas was high off water though, man. Like shit. Like,
you know what? On top of that, they got greedy because they was getting a great price on a lot of work. Yep. You know what I'm saying? They just took it to another level and I'm trying to get all of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if we was giving him, he damn near was giving him his price almost. Yeah. Even though he was getting fronted for a lot of the stuff, but if he wasn't getting fronted, that was damn near his price.
The niggas walked away with $1 and $2 bills in a water jug. Probably not even $500. We about to catch 2 bodies or more off of a move they thought was a sweet lick.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, they trust me, niggas would have died. They left Flame in there for a minute, but they would have returned because they ain't find what the fuck they was looking for. Niggas was getting antsy in that jump, bro. Yeah. They would have went back to that nigga that they buried under the clothes. You know what I'm saying? Because now we got witnesses, and we came here and we ain't find shit. Or what you know what I'm saying? Shit could have went all the way left. I think I just fucked that whole joint up. I fucked that whole move up when I came knocking and banging and shit. They're like, man, what the fuck keep knocking at your door? Like, I know you ain't called motherfucking police over here. Niggas banging this shit at the door. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Luckily you ain't started
Man, I'm trying to tell you.
Actually, you was the savior. Actually, you sped up the process.
Something like that. They damn sure greeted me with a motherfucking slap in the face with the jump. I'm like, shit. You know, like,
hey.
Just when you think you know you on your macho shit, you feel like you got to be on your shit 10,000 times now. Like, that shit just made me even worse after that. Like, it was just, I went back to school and just was on some,
turned you up a whole nother level, huh?
Man, what?
Oh, so how did, so how did you deal with that mentally?
That's a great question because I don't know, but I know it just made me a monster. Like, I stayed in a lot of conflict, became more angry and violent at the time. Not that I looked for it, but if a nigga gave me an inkling he had a problem with me, yeah,
that's it.
It was, you know what I'm saying? Like in college, it went from me chilling to now I'm seeing what this shit about. Some niggas here who ain't really no hustlers, but these niggas got money or some shit. So I'm like, all right, let me flex a little bit to come home, come to this shit. Because I was shopping with them niggas too. Again, like I was telling you, I introduced a buddy from school and it came from that to going back to school, like any nigga that had a problem or whatever, it was just going down at that jump. I brought that back home shit to school, and when I left school and started doing my trapping 100%, it's just nigga was a soldier. You know what I mean?
The thing about it, you gotta have it.
But
that's one thing.
I ain't observe it. I ain't observe how it made me really. I didn't notice this shit until after the fact. You know what I mean? Damn, why I'm always angry? Why I'm always quick to want to jump on a nigga ass and shit if I feel disrespected or some shit. And just the bench that I was in, you know what I mean? And how do you deal with that? But as a black man, you feel like, oh, I gotta stand my ground. I gotta be the protector.
Yeah.
So
gotta prove,
like, you know, I don't know.
That's our worst downfall too. You know what I'm saying? I told somebody one time, like, a man deserves a break every now and then. You can't be on, you know what I'm saying? A nigga don't want to walk around on go. On go all the damn time, 24/7. Like, I mean, it was a chick. You know what I'm saying? I was like, Charlie, to be on that time all day long,
it's
and
draining.
then to come see you, Slim. Niggas don't want. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's don't. But you know what I'm saying? Our women, like, we got the P.T.S.D. from you talk about slavery. Think about the fucked up shit our women got.
Yeah.
And you look at you can look at a woman, right? And you put her in the mix with a Caucasian, and you put her in the mix with blacks. You know what I'm saying? It's a subservient attitude. You know what I'm saying? Totally submissive attitude towards them, but to us, she got to be hard, and we're being overwhelmed with that shit today. You know what I'm saying? We're been overwhelmed with that shit today, and that's all they promoting today. Cause like we've been lost our women. We went through the game. You know what I'm saying? We came in the game. Motherfuckers started getting money and just treated our women any type of way. Because you can look at their lyrics today, and all they can counter with is shit. Y'all was doing this shit first. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, not to cut you off. Look, now, what do we deserve the pleasure of getting the OG, the super, not even the OG, the forefather, like, you know what I'm saying? Like the forefather OG, like my mentor OG. OG, what's really good?
What's up, family? How y'all doing, man?
Pretty good.
I was on my way to a movie reading, and I tapped in, you know. Shit, I'm about to go over here on the Big Mo show in a minute and fuck around with them. Go blaze through there real quick.
Okay, so sidebar, since we have you on here, right? So, just something slight. Hey, look, when it comes to, I'm a hustler, right?
Okay.
Okay, I'm a hustler. You told me that you didn't shoot an official video for I'm a Hustler.
Not
right?
Not for the original track I did in '87. Since it got real hot around '88, they started screaming, "Yo, you selling so many records? We need a video." So we went uptown, blocked off the street where Ben's Chili Bowl is now, before the Subway was even there, and we set up and we shot the video, Stone Cold Hustler 2. But that wasn't the official one. That was just something to give the fans and the people a visual. Because when we did Go live, I did Stone Cold Hustler. So since it was already in the books as a live video, we never did a cinema video.
Okay. So
is it
you
in the
got
works?
Go ahead.
I think just by going through the motions and checking out the times and looking at everything, I just think that that's what I want to do. That I just want to do it because it feel like something I missed.
What you want to do?
I said, damn, I should do a visual, do a video to Stone Cold Hustler, the first one.
I think you should.
The very first one from 1987 till now. I mean, because somebody just really said to me, hey man, you've been on the radio since 87. It's 2023 and you're still on the radio. Wow.
Yeah, you earned that.
I think it'll be dope.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
And look.
So I said, yeah, well, since they keep playing that, I'm gonna go ahead and try to get something together, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, that, go ahead. What you say? Oh, that?
And the way that how the game go now, you know how you got artists who've been sitting on their music. It might have been made 5 years ago, but it's timeless, and it comes out like it's a new hit. I think that would be great. You know what I'm saying? Giving a new vision. You know what I mean?
Yeah, giving a new vision. Absolutely.
What you call that? Rebirthing a jump like it was brand new all over again. You know what I mean?
I mean, because I said I wanted to do it exactly like it was, just exactly. Because in fact, I never had a visual. I never did a visual to it. I seen a young boy die using drugs, cocaine, crack, the stuff called love. You don't care because you're just a hustler. What if that was your little sister or brother? We understand the hustle got keeps riding around town in them big old Jeeps, dressing so fly, ain't no deny, but with the fast money, you know what they gonna buy. They got the best outfits, balls, Gucci too, thorough leather jackets, all types of shoes, show hip hopper, Georgetown shopper, New York whopper, big drug copper, all them drugs they bought, they standing in court, about to do this time. It's all your fault, and your boyfriend's a hustler, girl. You like this, but things start to change when she get pregnant. He give you that line, baby, it's not mine. Upset with yourself, so you just start crying. And he's locked up, but that's the deal. So tell me what's up, yo? Who gonna pay that bill? Cause he's a hustler. A Stone Cold hustler.
Hey, OG, let me ask you a question, OG. And look, because for us, you spark a lot of creativity and inspiration for us, right? So when you wrote that, what was you on when you wrote that? Like, where was you at? What the fuck was you on?
I was beating on my mother's table in front of my sister right before school, and she was like, "Why you keep on making them raps? You better get your shit together to go to school." I said, "Look, one day this gonna be a big song." And she just laughed.
How did you know that? How did you know that?
I just felt it because it was something that had never been done before.